It's a March morning in 1988, and here comes eastbound Missouri, Kansas, and Texas train number 102 at Grand Boulevard in St. Louis, Missouri. With a matched set of green and yellow locomotives in full Katy paint, the second locomotive is the last F unit on the roster. With its cab windows plated over, the locomotive is for use as a trailing engine only. The Missouri River flooded in October 1986, damaging the Katy's route into St. Louis that came into town from the northwest side. With the railroad being in dire financial straits, a deal was made to allow the Katy to operate over the Missouri Pacific main line from Sedalia instead of rebuilding its own line. By the time this scene was filmed, plans were before the Interstate Commerce Commission to merge the Katy into Union Pacific subsidiary Missouri Pacific. The merger would be approved in just under a month and a half. 2 weeks after the merger took effect, number 102 was seen at Kirkwood on August 27, 1988. It would take quite some time before any operational changes would be made. Turning back the clock to January 1985, Mopac Power leads a train into Salem, Illinois. The trailing unit sports Mopac lettering in UP colors, a combination that lasted several years early in the merger era. A Union Pacific SD40-2 leads both a Screamin' Eagle and a Canary on a southbound at Mount Vernon, Illinois on January 17, 1988. Nielsen, Illinois, was home to one of the last interlocking towers in deep southern Illinois. A southbound coal train passes the tower, which guarded the junction where the former Burlington joined the Chicago and Eastern Illinois line over Goreville Hill. The line split again at West Vienna. As the Union Pacific was bringing the Western Pacific, Missouri Pacific, and Katy into the fold, a future merger partner was also in the St. Louis area. Chicago and Northwestern GP9 number 4186 is seen switching the yard at Granite City, Illinois. The C&NW found its way to St. Louis when it acquired the Litchfield and Madison Railway in 1958. The Northwestern had a line to Peoria, Illinois, and the Litchfield and Madison handled bridge traffic to the St. Louis area. Following World War II, the L&M fell on hard times, and had all but fallen apart when the Northwestern came to the rescue. Taking over the line preserved the Northwestern's direct access to St. Louis, and in 1995 would give Union Pacific another route into the gateway city. When this sequence was filmed in 1986, however, the Northwestern was a welcome refuge for fans of first-generation locomotives. The merger of the Northwestern into the Union Pacific in 1995 should have come as no surprise, as the two railroads had been joined at the hip for years. The Northwestern provided Union Pacific's main connection to Chicago from Council Bluffs, Iowa, and Union Pacific had provided backing for the Northwestern to enter the Powder River coal fields. On the Union Pacific's main line through Nebraska, the Northwestern was ever present, as evidenced on this train at Grand Island on May 29, 1988. Moving from the late 80s to 1996, the merger with the UP is a year old as a westbound passes through Rochelle, Illinois on the former Northwestern. It would take a number of years before Union Pacific would completely repaint or retire the Northwestern's locomotive fleet. Plenty of first-generation diesels survived through the UP merger, including this pair of GP9s on a local at Rochelle.